Hello everyone. Today we're going to discuss about the level design part in Unreal Engine. So basically we're going to talk about the landscape tool and the modeling tool. These two tools are quite important in terms of doing the level design inside the Unreal Engine. Generally, Unreal Engine is not a level editor; it's a game engine. But to make the practice of your level when you're actually starting on yourself as a solo, uh, it's better you stick with Unreal Engine because it's more friendlier when compared to other game engines like Godot or Unity. uh, the reason it's more flexible is because of the modeling tools it has. Of course, Unity has its own modeling called Pro Builder, which is actually better. But I would suggest taking Unreal as your default level practice stuff will give you more ease while you're actually doing the practice. So let's block an idea and just go with that idea to implement it better. I already have a base level which I have already created before. So this is one thing which I have created before. I'll show you what is exactly this level, so you'll understand more better what's good in level designing. Okay. Yeah. So let's take this and now let's play this and show you. Okay, so this is going to be the player, and yeah, so I have created a blueprint which feels like you're actually going into this. Okay, this is the starting point, revolving gate. I just mentioned the name and all. The only thing is it should make it look more better. And one more thing I have updated is I have added one more mechanics. I'll show you. I'm not going to it as of now. I will show you once I go near to it. Okay, I will also show you some other mechanics which I have created before, but now this is actually the game which I wanted to, start it again. So this got, the input got disabled and the chair keeps on rotating. I just need to add one more feature, which is the player will sit inside the chair. Okay, and the rotation should be reduced. So it's more of a replica of haunted mansion movie or any horror movie with jump scare puzzles. Okay, so like that, these are all statue placeholders, and assume this is a hallway, and let's go inside. I'll show you. These are all blockouts, like pretty blockouts. They don't have much inside it. Okay, so I'll just walk inside this and I'll show you how I have built and what is my plan of building it. I will not touch any mechanics as of now. I will only deal with this stuff. So entrance hallway, the text is already there, and now let's go. This is a step way. I'll show you. Okay, the step way is so you go here, and this is going to be the place where the dancing and all will happen. This is a closed area, and this is something which is a hidden partition which will only open once we complete the mission inside that particular dance area. And this is going to be filled with the dark and eerie landscape which need a candle to lit properly. Of course, you'll have a little bit of fire simulation over here at by the time of I am building this game. So yeah, this is the simpler game which I wanted to build at that time. Yeah, I'll show you the one more level. Okay, so this I have added the post process, and I tried to build a terrain kind of thing. I will remove the post process so you can actually see better. Yeah, here it is. Yeah, okay, sorted. Now let's play and I'll show you how it looks. So this is by default the walk speed. So this is like terrain going verticality area. So you walk here more, okay, and you just reach to the top level. Uh, Assume this as a mountain climbing part, and yes, so it's more of a building a level uh, to increase more verticality rather than a horizontal mapping, and make it look like a mountain feel. Okay, this is in the pretty blocking stage. So let's create this kind of a map but with a different scenario. I'll just use paint and show you what I wanted to derive as oh, 1 minute. I'll take a new one and I'll expand this as much as possible. Okay, so let's talk this game as a TPS. Okay, right now forget about the mechanics, but TPS plus adventure. I haven't named it yet, but let us assume something like a simpler name, game one. For now, okay. Let's keep it that way. So the player engagement is start from point A and reach point B. This is definitely a straightforward map, but let me give you a side pocket and branch so that you'll explore more of a map, at least a 15 minutes of a gameplay. Okay, now let's see how do you actually increase it. Okay, I'll tell you one thing. Let's talk this way. If you wanted to travel point A to B straight, no curves, no nothing, just straight, assume 300 meters. Okay, this doesn't take much time, right? The same 300 meters, you have one verticality, you have a jump mechanics involved, and you need to slide down back and then uh, uphill a little bit. Uh, then this 300 meters might take a little bit more distance. So just to increase it into a more better way, like, okay, so what you will do, you should, I mean, obviously the path will be the straight path, obviously, because your start and your end point will be same forever, but the way you approach to reach that particular point is different. So let's assume this is a uh, curvy ghat road, uh, kind of a terrain, you can assume. Okay, you can build two ways: one, quick blocking with the cubes; two, you can do it with the terrain system. Okay, but we can use or combine both also to make it more better. Okay, also you should use a little bit of blender in between whenever you actually need a little bit of props, because you wanted to keep it customized. So let's assume we are actually traveling on a ghat road. Okay, for any level, be it a level in GTA 5, be it a level in Ghost of Tsushima or Red Dead Redemption. The point A to B travel is not like a free roam. It's it has a message. It has some point to give you the info. When I say info, I'll just expand it more. Okay. Now let's assume okay, let us assume you're traveling from Hyderabad to Delhi. There are there should be some reward for this traveling, right? What is the reward now? Like, let's assume you are traveling from Hyderabad to Delhi either for an interview or for a fun activity like attending a function or going to your friend's reunion or maybe uh, going for a simple solo travel. But uh, uh, the reward here is not you defined it until unless you wanted to do a solo travel. The reward you get because of interview or function or friends reunion, everything is is already designed because of the other people planning. The same way, the game designer plans you how to make you entertained throughout this journey. So why do you wanted to travel this journey? Now let us write this in a better way. Let's write, let's simply draw somewhere. Let us assume we have a guard road. Okay, this is going to be the map and this is going to be the region where we are going to have the fun part. Okay, fun part. This is A, this is going to be the B. Okay, now the same A, B point on a straight line got changed and it has a more curvy points. Now how do you increase the fun and more playtime? Like when I say playtime, you can't simply ask him, hey, because I have built more environments around you, please go and watch. No one will actually do it until and unless he wants to do a video. But if you have something like a mission around it, then he'll definitely approach. Let us take it this way. Okay, let us take it as a third person shooter plus adventure. Okay, just like what do I say, Uncharted. Okay, now the player is in search of treasure. Okay, in search of treasure. Okay, okay, now he needs to find let's keep 4 different puzzles to solve and find the map on 4 points. So let's assume he find 4 points or 4 uh, directions of the map by reaching a region. Okay, so let's place it randomly. Okay, or we will figure it out in some time. Okay, now okay, so this is actually making an obvious point to this guy to explore the entire map. Now he really don't have an option to straight away, hey, I am very much bored, I straight away wanted to go to point A to point B. Of course, if he is bored at this particular point, he will quit the game, that's for sure. So what is my concern is, let's make it interesting from the starting to ending. Sometimes you get in between the travel area little bit ignored, but let's make it more funful. Okay, okay, now let's after finding 4 maps, he need to find the treasure. Okay, that is point B for sure. Find treasure, but point B is not that small. Like, okay, this is point B. Point B is like this much. I'm just giving you an example of the radius. Okay, I mean, you understand me, right? So so this point B is definitely going to be more, like it's going to be larger in the area, and you will see the lookalikes like treasure, but the only thing you will find is because of this map combining together. Okay, so once you get this 4 pieces, you go to the B point, and let's say B point in the map there is a text written saying there is a tree, palm tree. I'm just giving you an example, this is not the mission, I'm just giving you an example. A palm tree which has a snake hut, or snake mud pot, or yeah, what do we call, snake nest or whatever it is. Inside that the treasure is there. Okay, but inside this there is one more underground where you need to travel to reach this point B. So this is what the actual point right now, you understand it, right? So all this included stuff, now you get it better, you have a clear idea now. Okay, so you reached a point B, that is obviously you see a flat surface, and after seeing the flat surface you felt like, okay, where do I find the treasure? But in the map, if it is clearly mentioned, then you definitely go to the underground. Okay, now in this particular stream we are not going to make the mapping mechanics or finding them. Of course we are going to launch placeholders for them, but we are not going to do anything as of now. Only the text pop-up will be happening at this point. In the next stream we are going to make this as a full mechanics oriented. Once we have those mechanics ready, we are going to make them like we're going to do the set dressing part of the environment and establish well. Okay, now we had a rough diagram of why we wanted to keep. Now let's keep the side pockets for those 4 particular points. Let's say if the guy is starting from here, and assume this as a toll gate. Okay, let's write it down, toll gate. And once he's actually traveling this way, he actually see a path which might be a misleading. Let's keep it misleading because he can explore more, and because he traveled to this much distance, he might get a little bit of reward, but this reward is not related to this point B. So what will happen, he will feel somewhat happy, okay, this distance is not like I wasted my time, and this reward is going to be like coin, or I would say, what do I say, like a bit of cash. Okay, now let's go, this is going to be the misleading, this doesn't have any map. Okay, now let's go back and try to keep 2 maps in 1 point only. Okay, let's say this is going to be one more mislead, and this is going to be the point of another map region. And if you ask me, he can go this way. No, this is a terrain, and there is no link, it's full covered with mountain. Let's clearly give the biome so that you'll understand. Okay, so okay, now yeah, this entire path, whatever you see, is a biome of mountain, and whatever you see is fully covered, only the path is narrowed, and it's actually giving you a clear direction of going towards your point. Okay, now this point is like, this is going to be, this is again, I mean, it's optional for him, he can come here and obviously search, but here he won't find anything. We should give an environmental clue, like let's say some skeletons placed over here saying, hey, we came till here and we died because we were unable to find something, so you better win something by going in the other directions. In a way, symbolically we are saying it's a dead end. Okay, now we are going back and now we are traveling towards the first map. Okay, this first map will give you a clear view. Okay, hey, this is the way the actual map looks like, and the map should give you the quarter piece, then only you'll go to other three pieces left over. Okay, so and even the UI should pop up, hey, you find only one part, please find three more maps. Okay, now so we have this biome covered over here and we have biome covered with a distance in between also, and now he is traveling this way, and here let's keep a little bit of side pocket, let's not make him travel more. Here one map will be there, and we should keep more verticality rather than he straight going away here. So let's keep one more verticality like a watchtower or a castle or a lighthouse or something which we can climb up, and there the third piece of the map will be there. Okay, so once we find that map, he need to jump back from there to the shore where he need to find the fourth map, and from there it's a quite shortcut distance, but if he was unable to find that shortcut distance, he need to travel back all this way to reach this point. So this way we are building the simplest environment, but we are reusing that environment in multiple ways because we wanted to keep it more relatable to the game. Just one. Okay, so yeah, now we have this clear idea, and now let's go and start building the stuff. Of course, this is a more of a rough map because I will slowly explain you the drawing tools which is related to the level design soon. But for today, I wanted to stick with the basic version so everyone will actually understand what's actually happening over here. Okay, now let's build the terrain. For the terrain, I just want to make sure I am actually following the same path which we wanted to keep. Now let's take a simple guy as a measurement, and I wanted to keep him as a 3 scale measurement. Okay, what I can do, I will do one more thing just to save time. Level basic and just save selected. I'll just keep it, nothing changed. I'll go to the landscape mode. Okay, that's fine, let's keep it the same way and just create it. Okay, the map is big enough and I need to remove the floor. So what I'll do, because it might overlap in between and create a clumsiness, so I'll remove the floor. So first, I mean, it's a must play when you're actually doing these kind of stuff. So let's keep the starting point related to us. Okay, now let's go to the top view quickly. Okay, this is going to be the top view. I am actually using the mouse cursor, no shortcuts over here. Okay, turn on wireframe. Okay, now select the landscape. Okay, this is going to be a landscape and this big it is. Okay, Okay, now let's go back to the left view. Okay, I'm actually on the left view, and yeah, let's select the landscape. This is going to be your landscape area. Now what you can do, you go to your perspective view. Okay, one minute. Yeah, so let's keep somewhere this as a starting point. To mark your starting point, let's draw one cube. Before that, let's add one folder and say gray box. Okay, now inside this gray box you add one cube and name it terrain reference. You can still use the third party tools and make the terrain look more better. Okay, I'll just turn off the lighting part and make sure I am in the unlight and real time turn off. Okay, now let's make it look more better. Let's keep it to the origin. This is my cube. Okay, or go to the landscape and go to the player start. Maybe I'll just keep him at this point. I wanted to have this map as my reference, so I'll understand clearly what I'm actually doing. So now copy this location value and go to terrain reference and just simply paste. Now the cube will be here, and now we will use that cube as the terrain mapping. Okay. After that we're going to do the sculpting part, but before that we need to have the scale measurement. Then only you will understand what you are actually doing and why you are actually doing. Okay, so let's go to the content and go here and inside the content into the characters and mannequin and meshes and choose the skeleton and just drop it over here. So this is going to be a scale reference. So just to save your time and your render difficulty, use scale 1 cube, duplicate this and rename this as scale reference. Okay, so this is going to be the scale reference of the human. Okay, so let's keep it okay, let's reduce this better and reach it over here. Okay, this is going to be our scale reference. Let's keep it little more wide in case if you wanted to use this as your narrow reference also. Okay, now this is going to be a scale reference and this is going to be a terrain reference. Let's give them some color so we'll understand what we are actually moving. Okay, now go to the materials, not this. Let's go to the level prototyping and materials and make one of this as a material instance and name it as a terrain. Okay, and just change the color to green. The darkest green you can apply, you keep it. Okay, just to keep it. Okay, this is going to be my grid color. Okay, so this is going to be your terrain color till you actually update your original terrain with different textures. Okay, now we will duplicate this terrain and mark one more thing and duplicate this terrain material instance into rock. Okay, now let's go inside and give it little bit of gray shade, okay, and okay, somewhat a muddy tone, okay. Okay, now apply this to this, okay, keep it aside. Okay, now one more time duplicate this and keep this as your mud path, okay. Then you'll understand why you're actually making. We need to rename them, we will do it in some time. Now let's go add one more material instance from here, okay, and name it my underscore mud path. Okay, why we are doing this way? We will have a clear understanding of the blocking instead of doing something very unaware blocking. If you have a color pattern for everything, no, you will understand why and what you are actually doing around your path. Okay, now we will do a gradual curvy path where you can actually increase the verticality more. Okay, now what I'll do, I will use some cylinders also. Okay, once we have the scale difference, we will keep it that way, and this as grass underscore reference. Okay, and this is rock underscore reference, and this is mud path or road. Why I am saying it as a reference, we will understand when we actually model them. So what I'll do, I'll just scale it a better, and you can also use the modeling tools on the same object. Okay, now you select these, okay, now you extrude polygon. One minute, I have chosen the wrong landscape. Okay, 1 minute, and choose this part and just double click, and now yeah, model it, polygroup edit, and just make sure accept it. You can also use the polycut, but what you can do, you can straight away create one cube or box from here and make it the same length of the same thing. Okay, accept it, and just let's simply remove these 3 blocks and just add this material to this. Okay, now since you already have the box which you wanted to do more modeling part, now okay, let's do it better. Yeah, let's choose the extrude and then choose the face instead of everything choose. Okay, now you select this path, draw something better and make it as your what do I say, 1 minute, Yeah, so as your path, okay, now you have it ready. You should draw your loops. Oops, oops, oops. Yeah, so this is going to be your push pull stuff. Again, do one more push. Set edge loop. Add one loop over here and select this face. I'm just keeping you a simple idea. Once you have this, 1 minute. Done. Accept it. Okay, and just push pull again. Okay, now you have a path which is actually acting like your terrain. Just adjust them according to your requirement. Okay, add more loops, as many as you wanted to keep. Take, 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 take. So you can edit them according to your requirement later. Okay, fine. Now since you have this map, let's see what is going to be your terrain. I need to disable. Okay, I need to reduce the height over here and just make sure this is going to be the mud rock part, and duplicate it and make it one more layer. Okay, now let's duplicate this and just squeeze it inside like this, and add a layer of this material, which is going to be your mud rock path. Okay, now decrease it more and now edit it. Okay, polygroup edit, and now take the vertex, not the face, and then just manually pull them up according to your requirement. Okay, so it will have a better flexibility. Let's go to the left view and adjust this faster. Okay, now this is better. Same way, select everything, adjust it. Okay, okay, nice. This you need to keep it very small, and now you need to adjust this more better. Just try to match the lower height of the box one, and then it will be easy for you. uh, okay, now let's go into the perspective view and check. I guess it has somewhat better, but it went inside. Now what I'll do, I'll simply go to selection mode and select this and just move a little. Okay, and this to the top. Let's scale it like this. Maybe this, a little bit of turning is enough. Keep it 5 and then turn it again. Okay, fine. Now turn it again like this and just adjust it. Okay, nice. Now, okay, or you can fastly block this off and then model it with your sculpting so that you'll have a clear idea. But let's see. It's not matching. Let's fix it now. Okay, Okay. Let's do one thing. Let's fix this stuff in very faster way with not using the modeling tools and only the gray boxing stuff. Let's use this box and fix it more better. This is going to be the blocking part of the mountain, and then we are going to use the block model only instead of laying of them with the modeling tools. Okay, just to reduce the time, later we will polish it with the modeling tools. Okay, now let's model it more better and create one more rock. Okay, so this is going to be uh, box one, and duplicate this and keep it sideways. Okay, now duplicate one more thing, rotate it to the 90. Okay, 90, and just keep it scaled enough to this part, and okay, now scale them better so you won't look like a ball. Okay, now let's let's build this better. Okay, now okay, now you have a model ready and you can test it out. Let's see how to test it out, and you should feel you're actually climbing a mountain, and for that you need to add a little bit of rocks and stuff. Okay, you are actually feeling better now, but I need to change the materials. I'll do it in some time. Okay, now let's fix it. Okay, let's take the same mountains and just bring it the opposite direction, but in the opposite way, just like you mirrored them, and keep it like what I said. Okay, now let's keep it at the starting point, just adjust it. Okay, now just scale them till you have a satisfactory output around it, and now let's test it again. 1 minute, he's inside it. Yeah, let's bring him outside. Let's keep him at the starting point itself so that we will avoid the confusion. Bad size. Okay, this, what is this bad size is like whenever you have collision actually happening on it. Okay, let's keep this as mud pot. Okay, now this is better. Let's add some rocks, but for now let's complete the basic path so it will be easy to you to go more better. Okay, now this is done. I mean, not done, at least the basic path which we have already is ready. Now let's build more detailed map. Okay, let's keep it more faster. Let's duplicate this and just keep it, make sure you save it as forest map, no spaces, and just save it, and okay, it got saved. And now just rotate this into your requirement and just place it till there, and just turn it better. Okay, yes, I'm just building the basic blocks. Later we will remove whatever we don't require and whatever we require. Okay, now let's take this cubes again as a reference. A minute, I need to deselect this. Okay, and now hold it and just duplicate it and make sure adjusting them properly. Just, I mean, this is completely the blocking part. You don't need to worry about, okay, what is the shape and what is the size and stuff. When you're actually doing the blocking part, you should make sure you are actually doing everything in your mindset. Whatever you actually planned well, that should be prepared over here. Nothing much than that. You should keep it that way, or else in the starting stage of your blocking, if you look more about the beautification, you suffer a lot in the future because you won't move forward very fast, you know. I don't know where's the player now. Yeah, so now you see, you actually feel like you're climbing a mountain and there is a blend in between and you understand what is actually happening. Now let's quickly make this curve 5 times, 6 times better, and then we will make very shorter turns which we already have in the map. Okay, now let's expand this, scale this till you reach a point, make it 1 minute. It got crashed, I guess. Send and close, and then open it again. Okay, launch Unreal. Yeah. So it got crashed because sometimes it do happen for any engine or any software which has a high complexity in terms of graphics and stuff, but we are close. At least whatever we did, we saved till the first map turning point. We should build it faster. We will go to the workframe and build the other stuff to make it more better. Yeah, so let's see. Let it load. I guess I am waiting for some pop-up. Yeah, this is done. Now this will load and then we will choose the recent map. Okay, what is the recent map for us? I 1 minute. What is the recent map? Escape room. Okay, let's go to the recent projects just to avoid some things. I have chosen the escape room one. Let's go. Let's choose it and create the map. I guess it should go well now. Let's reduce the scale of the mountains and stuff later, but first we will complete the basic modeling part as soon as possible. Okay, let's understand the methodology of making this more interesting, and then we will add the side pockets and branches and stuff. Okay, first let's build the straight path what we have in our mind, and then let's go. Okay, it got crashed, but now it has a better we have a better idea and the placement is already good. So now let's do it more better. Yeah, it loaded. Let's open it. Content and choose the map which you want for terrain, and just turn off the real time and everything. I guess it should be turned off by default when you actually edited it, but if it is not, don't worry, you can do it in 2 simple steps. And now you already have the map and you have this box 11. Let's go there. What happened? 1 minute. It's I guess the shading is still pending or something. Let's play and check how it is actually. Some glitch happened. There's the landscape. Okay, where is the play start? Okay, let it load one time. Yes. It got crashed, so it happened in that way. Let's choose the landscape. It got crashed again. 1 minute. I'm sorry. It is getting crashed multiple times. But let's try one more time, and then if it's not happening, I will show you the recorded part of this in my YouTube channel straight away, because I don't want to make you wait a longer duration. I need to adjust this space clearance part soon. I will do it as a. Let's open it. Okay, the reason is these are not showing because the materials got deleted when it got crashed. Let's do a material instance and mark it ground and change the color to, or let's do it Kika. Okay, save it, and let's apply all these materials to it, or choose one and apply material to it. Material. Let's type not the water material. Static mesh box. I guess we have that box, but if not, let's do it one more time. And I guess the box got deleted automatically, but that's okay. Let's go to the terrain. If we don't see a box, let's take this box and make it faster. Okay, let's do that. Let's remove these boxes because these haven't got saved. It do happen quite multiple times because I'll just make it unlit. And the landscape, where is the landscape? Okay, so now select the player start and hit end button, or drag him to, where is the landscape? Okay, escape, keep him default. I'm sorry, also him. It's not happening. It's getting tasked. I'll definitely show you this level design map by overnight by recording it or streaming it in a better way. Might be my system is not allowing both streaming and level editing at the same time, especially in this huge scale. And the other one I feel is because of the storage space. I'll just look into it and I'll definitely fix this and update.